What is going on, everybody? I am back on the microphone. Yeah, I decided to finally come back and start posting some videos on my channel again. Not sure how the quality's going to be. Not sure what everything is going to look like on these first few episodes, but we're going to be starting up a 7 Days to Die Let's Play. And basically the reason I want to do this is I've really been enjoying this game. Been playing it quite a bit, and there's a whole lot of people out there posting 7 Days to Die PS4 stuff. There's one or two guys, so I figure with art coming soon, then no better time than the present to start, maybe trying to build a channel back up. This time around, we ain't worried about subs, we ain't worried about I'm not even, honestly, probably not even going to comment in the comment section, but we'll go over that as time passes and see how things go, because to be honest with you, the YouTube thing, there's a deception out there. Everybody thinks that you can build a game with talking with people and watching each other's videos and sharing and doing it. In my personal opinion, you're going to grow and you're going to get big if you're good and if you develop and provide a great product. So that's what we're going to try to do here. So what we're going to do, we're going to fire up a single player Let's Play here, and we're just going to let's just do a local game. That way we don't have to use up internet when we're doing this, because all of you that are close to me know that I have major internet problems as far as usage and data limits and that go. Let's see, let's fire up a Nabez game. This is just a standard game, and I'm going to kind of go over some of this stuff as if the people watching don't have any idea what they're watching, because that way we don't miss any information, and as we progress through the Let's Play we can make sure we get everything in there. Alright, so Nabez game, it's just going to be a standard map, and basically that means everything's going to be in exactly the same place with the exception of the loot. The loot will be different because it's based on RNG, so it'll be randomly generated. And local game options, I don't think we want to change anything. Adventurer, Nomad. We'll just stick with Adventurer for right now. Zombies run. Normal. And basically all that stuff there does is it controls whether or not the zombies' behavior, basically, is all that stuff does. Let's see here, the memory, that's fine, we'll just leave it alone. Enemy spawning, high, which is what I normally play on. We'll leave that there for now. We'll leave the block direct. So we'll just pretty much leave everything the way it is. Alright, here we go. And I guess we'll just call this YouTube single player. That way I can keep track. That will work. I'm actually at home early today. I actually changed jobs just to kind of catch up some of you guys that followed me previously that decided to actually start watching my videos again. And I don't expect that anybody will, but if you do, hey, appreciate it. Mad love to you. But anyhow, I got tired of doing the engineering thing. It got really old. Sitting at a desk most of the time. Hell, most of the time doing little to nothing, to be honest with you. Because it seems like nowadays the more you make, the less you do. At least in the public sector, well, nice, we spawned here by a car and a building. Dear friend. Okay, so I'll get back into all that work stuff here in a minute, but basically when you start out, you're going to have just a few items. You just want to click OK on this stuff here. It's going to give us a few tasks to do, and what we're going to do this first day, I'm going to keep these episodes around 15-20 minutes. I think the day cycles will pretty much do. We'll do some night cycles, but most of the time during the night, all I do is spend time digging and gathering as much as I can. Generally trying to dig mines. I think I want to try to do a let's play eventually on this if it does take off. I eventually want to do some where we put some challenges in here, and I'd like to do one where there's no mining allowed other than like surface mining for dirt and sand, because iron is a bitch to get unless you mine. And I've seen a lot of people say that you don't have to mine to get iron in some of the videos that I've watched on other people's channels, and I'm just curious how that would go. When I first started playing this game, I did zero mining because I just basically was running around trying to learn the game the best I could. Front button. And the biggest thing I found was I was having trouble finding iron, and it's not that it was trouble, it's that I didn't really understand the game and how progression worked. Alright, so let's craft this stuff here and get this going. I didn't understand quite yet how the progression worked. We gotta find some small stones. And I never would have thought that mining would have been part of the game, but I'm glad that it is, because for one, it enables you to do a whole lot more stuff. It makes it easier to find your materials when they're, when you're trying to get massive amounts, and the mining definitely helps. We're gonna pick up this goldenrod here. The goldenrod's really good. I found later when after playing for a little bit that goldenrod's real nice because it gives you a stamina boost, and it cures your thirst, your hydration. You guys can see here you got your water and your food, so it fills your water up a lot better. Plus it gives you a bit of stamina. These burned out houses usually don't have a lot of stuff in them, but since we are out here, let's see, we need to craft this axe. There's supposed to be a new update coming. I don't know if this video will go up before or after the update. There's only been 2 updates done so far. This will be the 3rd for console. And this right here, if you're not familiar with the game, then you don't really understand, but this is your quantity, and you can change this quantity according to how many materials you have. And right now you can't just click this box and type in a number. So say you want to make 115 of something, you have to literally sit there and click, because if you have the materials to make more and you hit the advance button to make all, then if you don't do that, you have to count exactly the materials you need, and it's a nightmare for most things. And they also added the search bar here, which I'm guessing was how this will work. But anyway, off of that, like I say, the burned out houses don't have a lot of stuff in them. But one thing they do typically have, if you crouch down and look underneath these plates on the floor, sometimes you'll be able to see, and of course this one's not going to have one in it, so that I can show you. Naturally. But we'll come across one eventually. Some water bottles, so that's nice. Alright, I'm going to take this candle just because I can, and that is pretty much it around here, and I'm sure I missed some stuff, and I know how it is watching somebody play a game like this. You see them miss things, and you want to get in the comment section and tell them, but it's very, very hard to see everything when you're actually playing the game. Plus trying to talk and pay attention to the time and all that, it gets out of hand really fast. All right, so it's 9:30 in the morning. We're probably going to take this whole day and just collect materials. I think we're just going to hang around here for right now. And while we're chopping trees here, I want to go back to my story about my job. So like I said before, I was an engineer previously. I worked in research and development, basically developing new products, new product lines for a stretch wrap company. And when I first started out, the job was great. There was a whole lot of development going on, but it was right around that time the economy was kind of up and down, and nobody really knew what was going on. And within the first year of me being there was a mass layoff. And after that, things kind of changed. There was a lot of restructuring. A lot of the people that knew what was going on were gone because they got asked to leave. And, you know, it just one thing after another, you know. So a couple of my family members had been working in this other business, basically construction, you know, remodeling and things of that nature. And basically working for a company. You know, the company finds the jobs. The company gives you the jobs. You come pick up the materials and you go and do them. And by doing that change, I allowed myself a lot of free time. And it was either free time or work really hard and make a whole lot of money. Well, I'm kind of in a position where I'm not rich by any means, but I'm doing all right. So for me to... We need to get some stone before we run out. For me to work that hard at the age I am now, when I did that before, is kind of senseless. So I kind of see this as an opportunity to start, you know, working on this YouTube kind of thing, and not for a business. I'm not saying I'm trying to build this to survive off of. I just want to try to concentrate on it more now than I did before, because before I had the time, but I was more enjoying playing the game, and I didn't have the time on top of playing games to do it. Now I have time to enjoy the games as well as putting some time into it. So I think we're gonna stick with this time, and I'm gonna try to post. I'm gonna try to do these videos back to back to back. And what I plan on doing is doing 7 days and doing Minecraft to start. And I figure what I would like to do, actually, and I got to talk to Ginger a little bit about this, a buddy of mine, is I want to start a multiplayer server and just let anybody come in and just have open mics. That'll be one requirement. Will be you'll have to have a mic, because I don't really enjoy playing too much with people that don't roll with microphones, because it's kind of hard to dictate, and I'm a bit of a dictator. So that's another thing. If you don't like playing with dictators, don't play with me, because I don't like to see people doing stuff that's not constructive personally, and I'm not shy about calling people on stuff. So be warned about that. Now, the big thing I want to do here is get all these things off my screen first today. We can stay in this house and we should be okay. On PC, I've heard a few people say that you don't have to worry about so many zombies when you stick around your spawn point. So for this first day, until we get everything kind of going, get some water, figure out where we're at on the map, then we're gonna stick around here a little bit till we get some materials buffed up. And I think this first night, like I say, I'm not gonna record the overnight. I am going to wait on that until a later episode, because it's really, really boring, and all I'm gonna be basically doing is crafting axes to raise my skill points in crafting and what have you. I think it's what is it? Toolsmithing? Yeah, toolsmithing. I'll be working on raising my toolsmithing up so my tools are better. If I can get my axes up to blue and get all my perks up, then I'll be able to one-hit stone, which makes it really nice. And I have yet to get to that point on any one of my other worlds that I've been playing on, so we're gonna see if we can't achieve that. I also have a really cool idea for the main base. I know where I want to put it. I want to try to get, and we may be close to where I want to put it, but I've got to figure out exactly where we are on the map. Somewhere around Dyersville, not in Dyersville, but southwest of Dyersville, down around the river is where I plan on building it. And I want to do a Minecraft style funnel system where basically I funnel all the zombies into one center 2x2 box, basically. Maybe a 3x3. I'm gonna look at it and see, because I think I may have to do the 3x3, and it may not even work, but we're gonna try it, see if it fails. I've not seen anybody build anything like it, and I've watched quite a few videos on YouTube. I'm a YouTube junkie for sure. Okay, so what is our next task? Our next task is wood club. Let's go on and craft that. And that's done. Let's get on hitting the stone. Wait for the next. Next is arrows, which I think we can probably do the bow now. Yeah, can do the bow. Oh, why did I do the bow? That's okay. That is okay. Okay, so the worst thing about this, and they're supposed to buff this, but I don't know that it really needs to be buffed, because to me you need somewhat of a challenge, and in my opinion, if you were to buff this particular part of the game, then you would kind of mess up. If everywhere I walked I saw a bird's nest, and yes, this is what we're talking about right here, bird's nest. This is where you get your feathers. Alright, now see, this one's a bad example, because a lot of times when you pop open those first few, there's only a couple of feathers in them, and a lot of times it's just an egg. And the bird nest are very, very important, especially if you're like me and you prefer to run crossbow or bow and arrow for that matter, because honestly, man, the guns in the game are okay, but for me, especially coming from games like Destiny and Black Ops, Call of Duty, not even Black Ops, I don't even know why I said Black Ops, but Call of Duty, games of that nature, coming from those games, you know, this game, the aiming, like when you go to aim, and if you've played this game, or if you pick it up to play it, and I do highly recommend playing it. Oh, that's cool. This is, you'll see this a lot. The darker stuff is coal, and the lighter stuff is oh, what is it called? What is it called? Sometimes nitrate powder, I think, maybe. Yeah, nitrate powder. I'm still getting all the names down on this stuff. Like I say, I've only been playing for a little bit, but and here I go losing my train of thought. Hey, I did pretty good though. I went a good ways without losing my train of thought. But anyway, these are coal piles, and you'll see similar piles, and that's your nitrate powder. You need both of those to make gunpowder. We're gonna start mass producing gunpowder as well, especially now that we found a little bit of coal. And if I stumble across some nitrate powder, then I will definitely do that. Alright, so it looks like this is the burned out area. We're definitely not heading that way. So tomorrow we will likely head north up this road. And if I'm correct, that's going to put us... Is that going to put us close to Dyersville? Because I think we're in the thicker forest out here. So I think that'll put us in Dyersville. I really do. I've never seen one of those hidden outside. I'll tell you what, so that this isn't too boring. Oh, I remember what I was talking about now. The sensitivity of this game. The look sensitivity is way messed up. So when you get guns, when you finally get guns and you start using them, you'll notice really fast. I need to make a shovel here. You'll notice that you'll be messing with the sensitivity a lot, because it's all over the place. And you'll notice when I go to look at stuff, I'll kind of move really slow. It's not because I have the sensitivity turned down. It's, you know, I use control freaks, so for me the sensitivity can be fairly high, but I can control it and move it really slow because of the increased height on my right thumbstick. All right, so this intersection here doesn't immediately look familiar, and I don't want to venture too far away because, like I say, I want to stay here tonight. Really, I just need to collect resources. dead trees. I prefer cutting down the dead trees. Alright, now these blocks here, you don't want to bother with these for stone or anything. You want to go after these boulders. Because these boulders, as you can see, we've got a little bit of iron. These boulders actually contain iron. And the higher you progress your tools, the more iron you'll get from them. And this is where I would be getting my iron if I was to do that above ground Let's Play. But I'll tell you what, let me fast forward through the rest of this. And there's our first zombie. We actually got a zombie. That's what I was hoping we had a zombie before this started, man. Alright, another complaint I have about this game, but I don't think there's a lot of things you can do to get around it. You have to hit circle to load your arrows the first time, so that's not really intuitive when you first start the game and a zombie starts chasing you and you pull out your bow that you just freshly made and you try to shoot and you can't shoot. That's one of the biggest questions I get asked by people that I have introduced to this game and have, you know, the people that have come in to play alongside of me. Let's see, 23 minutes about. Yeah, I'm just going to spend the rest of this day basically collecting materials, and we will see you on the next episode. And I will have my see, right now I'm brown, that's poor condition, I think is what they call that. So we're going to try to get that cranked up overnight. So I'm going to run around collecting materials, and I may put that into a montage at the end. No, I'm not going to put a montage at the end. I'm going to stop recording because what's the point? If something interesting happens. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll just keep recording. Alright, so we'll catch you guys on the next one.